Hello guys, it's me again, KillSwitch. So today I'm going to show you guys my PVE and PvP builds for the monk class in Season 19. For the general informations first, this is both for PVE and PvP. For the curse properties, prioritize in getting tortured. But if you cannot, then just go for nettled. Of course, if you have a lot of invocations, use that. It's better than having curse property. For the family bonus, this is the same to all of my legendary gears. Damage to enemies suffering loss of control will be increased. Duration of beneficial effects will be increased. Black chance increase. Damage taken from nearby enemies decreased and maximum life increased. Let's start with the player versus environment builds. For the Paragon first, for PvE, after I maximize the required Paragon tree for the specific mode, I went to every other tree to maximize damage, and then armor penetration, and then potency, and then armor, and then resistance, and least priority is life. Let's start with the open world farming. For the skills, Fist of Thunder, Exploding Palm, Cyclone Strike, Wave of Light, and Mystic Allies. For the Paragon, it's better if you are using Treasure Hunter. I'm only using Vanquisher for the tower. For the green set, use 4 pieces Gloom Guide's Price and 2 pieces Vitus. For the legendary gears, Resurgency, Balance in Moderation, Shimmerlin, Companion's Melody, Shatter Spell, Obstruction of Omniscience, Rod of Echoes, Twitching Palm. Basic rotation, you need to always use your Mystic Allies. That should be 100% up all the time. And of course, dash to the enemies, Cyclone Strike, and then Shimmerlin, kill them immediately. For the dungeon build, skills, Fist of Thunder, Inner Sanctuary, Exploding Palm, Mystic Strike, and Mystic Allies. For the Paragon, again, Treasure Hunter. For the set, 4 pieces Gloom Guide's Price, and 2 pieces Vitus again. But if you have 4 pieces Vitus and 2 pieces Banquet of Ice, that's better. For the legendary gears, Empathy's Blessing, Falcon's Dive, Feline Defiance, Lingering Incense, Shatter Spell, Obstruction of Omniscience, Rod of Echoes, and Harsh Truth. If you have this new essence, Neckbreaker, it's better than the Empathy's Blessing. So use this. For the basic rotation of this one, use Exploding Palm first and then Inner Sanctuary. If you are in the boss, spam Mystic Strike 4 times and then Mystic Allies. If you are not in the boss yet, just use Mystic Strike 1 at a time. So you can have the effect of Feline Defiance all the time. So this is the basic rotation, Exploding Palm, Inner Sanctuary, Mystic Allies, and then Mystic Strike, and then Mystic Allies. And of course, use Exploding Palm whenever you can. Alright. For the raid build, it's the same with the dungeon build except for the Paragon. I am using here Weaver. So you will have more damage here because of the Paragon tree. Almost 1.5 damage per second. For Endless Defense of Cyrangar. For the skills, Deadly Reach, Inner Sanctuary, Cyclone Strike, Wave of Light, and Wave Strike. For the Paragon, Survivor. For the green set, it's better if you have Grace of the Flagellant, 4 pieces, and 2 pieces Banquet of Ice. For the legendary gears, Unsightly Method, Winter's Embrace, Shimmerlin, Chastising Radiance, Peerless Conductor, Rattling Arm, Unshakable Weight, and Eye of the Storm. Basic rotation for this one is nothing. Just use your skills whenever they are available. Of course, to a group of mobs. This is focusing on crowd control. For Challenge Reef, Deadly Reach, Exploding Palm, Cyclone Strike, Wave of Light, and Flying Dragon. For the Paragon, again, Weaver. For the set, the same as Defense of Cyrangar, use 4 pieces Grace of the Flagellant, and 2 pieces Banquet of Ice. For the legendary gears, Numb Realization, Storm Spirit, Shimmerlin, Eternally Bound, Shatter Spell, Obstruction of Omniscience, Rod of Echoes, Eye of the Storm. For the basic rotation of this one, if you have Chip of Stone Flesh, it's better to use Flying Dragon first to stun the enemies and then dash through them. Use Wind Strike, Cyclone Strike, and then Shimmerlin, of course. But if you do not have any Chip of Stone Flesh, then just dash through them. So you can burn them, Second Strike, Shimmerlin, and then Flying Dragon. So that's it for the player versus environment builds, and now for player versus player. General information, I am using in all of the builds Gladiator 3 and always using 4 pieces Gloomguide's Price and 2 pieces Mountebank. Let's start with the dash build. For the skills, Fist of Thunder, Shield of Zen, Exploding Palm, Mystic Strike, and 7-Sided Strike. For the legendary gears, Blind Focus, Enlightenment's Blessing, Fate Alight, Branding Band, or you can use Traveling Scold, but for me, I like this better. Pugilist Presence, Obstruction of Omniscience, Intervening Law, and the new essence again, Harsh Truth. For the basic rotation of this one, use Shield of Zen to go in the battle, Exploding Palm, Mystic Strike, and then 7-Sided Strike. Crowd control build, I am using this a lot for Vault and Battlegrounds. For the skills, Fist of Thunder, Shield of Zen, Flying Kick, Inner Sanctuary, and 7-Sided Strike. For the legendary gears, Bell of Sorrow, Falcon's Dive, Unbound River, Tottering Tower, Pugilist Presence, Twitching Palm, Intervening Law, and Respite Sigh. Basic rotation for this one, you can either use Shield of Zen or Flying Kick to enter battles, but I prefer Flying Kick first, charge it up, and then Inner Sanctuary, and then Shield of Zen, and then try to place the enemies inside the circle using Flying Kick or even 7-Sided Strike, because these two skills have a push or knockback effect. Next will be Semi-Crowd Control. So this is almost the same with the Crowd Control except using Mystic Strike. For the skills, Fist of Thunder, Shield of Zen, Mystic Strike, Inner Sanctuary, and 7-Sided Strike. For the legendary gears, Bell of Sorrow, Falcon's Dive, Fate Alight, Traveling Scold, Pugilist Presence, Twitching Palm, Intervening Law, and Harsh Truth. Basic rotation, again, use Shield of Zen, and then Mystic Strike, and then use Inner Sanctuary immediately, Mystic Strike again, 7-Sided Strike, Mystic Strike again, or you can even use Mystic Strike going out of the battle. For my final player versus player build, the Flying Dragon. For the skills, Fist of Thunder, Shield of Zen, Flying Dragon, Inner Sanctuary, and 7-Sided Strike. For the legendary gears, Bell of Sorrow, Noble's Path, The First Wind, Eternally Bound, Pugilist Presence, Twitching Palm, Intervening Law, and Respite Sigh. If only this new essence, Falcon's Dive, is in the shoulders or offhand, this Flying Dragon will be the meta. Basic rotation is again Shield of Zen, and then Flying Dragon once you stun the enemies, and then knock them down to the ground, use Inner Sanctuary, and then Flying Dragon again, and finish them off using 7-Sided Strike. So that's it, guys. That is my player versus environment and player versus player build for the monk class here in Season 19. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to comment that down below. Thank you for watching. Until next time.